I'll introduce everybody. I'll introduce you, and then we'll tell them they haven't missed anything.
Okay.
Don't score now, Comets. Well, welcome in everybody to BKTV.live. You are at the Angelo Prassa Field here for tonight's senior night matchup between your Bishop Kelley Comets and the friends from Durant, the Lions. And you haven't missed anything. We've played just over 10 minutes. It's 0-0. Unfortunately, we've had one Durant Lions player who had to come off, we think, with some kind of a twist to her knee, unopposed, and so she's off. But 0-0 the score. The Comets have enjoyed the majority of the possession. My name is Coach Dave Saunders, and alongside me, I'm delighted to say, I have Brooke Niver, who is a junior.
Hi, guys. I'm very excited to do this game today. It's a pleasure to come back out and talk for BKTV and be a proud speaker and help Coach Saunders in this game.
There you go. Thanks, Brooke. Yeah, delighted to have you here. Brooke, of course, who was part of our basketball commentary. She's also going to do some baseball. We'll tell you more about that later on. Here is Tori Suckup, who's a freshman, threading a ball through to Bella Lusk. Lusk, who's a senior. We're celebrating the seniors tonight. Lusk will try a left-footed shot that's just wide of the target. And Brooke and I have been watching the first sort of 10, 11 minutes, and Bella Lusk has been pretty lively so far, Brooke.
Yeah, Bella Lusk has been running back and forth, trying to get the ball as much as she can towards the goal, trying to feed to, looks like Maddie Tokar and Madeline Barone, both strong athletes right next to the goal. So I think that's what they're trying to do most of the game. I know that Madeline Barone is a very dedicated athlete and loves to play soccer and is very competitive, and I know she's out there trying to work as hard as she can.
And we've been saying off air how delighted we are to see Madeline Barone back after some injury problems she's had.
Yeah, well, I know last year she did suffer from hip issues, and I know we're really good friends, and she always talks about how she tries to defeat injury and tries to get over it, and I think she's still trying to do that, and I'm glad to see her back on the field.
Yeah, she's a very positive person. Here's Emma Applegate. We've talked about her dependency at the back. Finds Maddie Tokarczyk.
Tokarczyk
has just gone out of place as the referee, who's right in front of our commentary position. We're literally pitch side. We'll show you more about the new press box and facilities later on at half time when we can swing our cameras around. So we're slightly unusually in a lower position with our cameras, and I hope you can still enjoy the action here. We're right next to we're on the track actually, right next to the field. That's a good threaded ball through to Bella Lusk. Could this be the first goal? Lusk one-on-one with the keeper, must be a goal, and is a goal, and it's taken 13 minutes, and Bella Lusk gets a goal, and that just was great run, wasn't it?
Yeah, just the pass from Madeline Barone was a great thread through the defense to get it to Bella Lusk, and how fast and athletic Bella Lusk is. She really dedicated and scored the goal.
13 minutes then, Bella Lusk with her goal. She adds to her tally of 5 goals, so she's now on 6 district goals. More about the district record with both of these teams as we go through this commentary. As I said, welcome aboard. You can see the fans on the far side. That's both sets of fans. There aren't too many that have made the 3-hour journey up from Durant here, but there are 1 or 2 I've seen, and the boys waiting to play their game later on, of course, and you can catch that action as well here on BKTV.live. Here are the Lions with a little bit of possession, which is quite unusual, but Tokarczyk puts a stop to that.
Maddie.
And she got tangled up, and one of the girls got a bit of a nose injury. That's Jennifer Monroy.
Looks like she just got like a hand to the face, or maybe even an elbow.
Here's Hannah Ward. Can she cut the ball back? She can. Ooh. Who's there? Just eludes Barone. Ooze from the crowd. because they know how good that was.
That was very close. Probably too close for comfort for the Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. Hannah Ward there with the run down the left-hand side. One thing that Coach Takachi does is he switches his players around like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, and I think that also confuses the defense because they want to watch as much as they can, and seeing other players at different positions kind of confuses them. Like in basketball, if you see different players, it's kind of confusing.
You're seeing Bella Lusk, for example, at left back now when she's been playing forward. Here's Ward with a shot, Ward with a goal. Well, you get 2 in a minute there because there's Hannah Ward, who's a senior. Bella Lusk got the first one. Hannah Ward gets her first district goal of the season, and the Comets lead by 2-0. And Brooke, that was just a great strike with the left foot, wasn't it?
Yeah, just another great run by her. I mean, she was looking like she wanted to score. She was kind of dependent, I think, on herself there. She kind of wanted to take it for herself, and she did that and scored. Ended up putting the Comets up by 2.
2-0, and that's 2 in a minute. We're celebrating as I look down the replay here. There is the shot, there is the goal from Hannah Ward. Great work from our cameraman there to catch that goal. We're celebrating no fewer than 4 seniors tonight. Elizabeth Munro, who is just out of shot there, she's in goal. Anna Ward, you've just seen score a goal. Olivia Widow's wearing 11. Chloe Tregonning, who wears 12. And Bella Lusk, who wears the number 14 shirt. She opened the scoring. Here is Tregonning, a senior to senior, because here's Lusk, who got that first goal now. Feeds the ball down the left-hand side here for Maddie Tokarczyk. Tokarczyk with that trusty left foot will get a great ball into the box. Where's it going to go? Surely it's going to be 3. Blocked by the defender. It's going to come back here to Sukup, who hits the shot. There hits
barely over the goal.
Hits the yellow bar, which of course is the football, the American football.
Great effort, though. I mean, it's kind of hard to see, especially out there, as many players are at the goal, and how focused you have to be to get the ball into the goal. Takes a lot of concentration on the field.
Goal kick then for the Lions. They clear their lines up towards the right-hand side. It's picked up easily by Lusk. Lusk now will go round 1. Feeds a lovely little ball in here to Olivia Widows, who would desperately like to get a goal on her senior night, of course. Lusk wins it back, turns the defender, gets a ball into the box, cleared away by another defender. Lions clearing their lines, playing all in white tonight. Comets all in black. There's Lottie Arndt. Here's Tregonning, could try one, does. Looping shot over the bar. Nothing doing. 2-0, but it's dominant possession from the Comets.
Yeah. I mean, having dominant possession in basketball and soccer is very similar. You want to have the ball on your side of the field as much as you can, trying to score as much as you can, which helps our Comets in any sport, really.
I was just looking across to my right there. I wonder if there's... Are they firing up a barbecue over there? Are we having a bit of a...
Barbecue club.
Barbecue club, is it?
Yeah, they started the club this year with, I think, Matt Noggs is the founder, I think. He talks about it a lot in English, so I'm assuming that's him.
I thought they were tailgating for a minute, but the ball is harmlessly through to the keeper. That's the Lions goalkeeper, which is Madison Usry. 2-0 the score. We've played 16 and a half minutes in this one, 40 minutes each way.
Off the back of number, I think 19 that was. Yeah.
Well, the Lions with a bit of possession right in front of us. Lusk here with the number 2, Riley Wynn. Riley Wynn gets a ball in, but it's easily cut out by Applegate.
I think that's the furthest the Lions have gotten down the field with Bishop Kelley defense.
You're right. And there was Emma Applegate just to say, well, enough's enough. We'll just offside there against... just trying to see. I think it's Olivia Widows there.
Yeah, I think it is.
Big smile on her face to Coach Tokarczyk. It's senior night. You've been involved with a few senior nights. I know you're a junior yourself, but they're fun, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, playing sports where you have seniors in your sport and seeing them and playing with them every day, and then seeing them and congratulating them on graduating and for their support and them playing on the team means a lot. And like you get close to them like family. And I'm sure soccer is the same way. Soccer is a long season as well as basketball. And I know basketball, you get really, really close for senior night. And it's kind of sad to see them leave. And it's also very exciting to see them leave so they can see what they can do in the future.
I was going to say, it's bittersweet, isn't it? Because there's always a few tears, isn't there?
Yeah, and I'm always like, since I'm a junior, I'm kind of close to the seniors because I look up to them as much as I can. And I think basketball and softball, it's kind of the same thing. You get really close and you grow with them. And since they're so close in age, you feel like they're your sisters and family.
And we get those big photographs, don't we, as Tori
Yeah.
Sukup is substituted. You can recognise better than I can. Who have we got over there?
I'm not sure. All I can see is the side right now.
Yeah, we'll pick those up with one of our cameras later on. Here's the corner from Lusk here to Tokarczyk. Tokarczyk looping ball over the keeper's head. Keeper rather flaps at it. Where's it going to fall? Tregoning here. Back to Ward with a shot just over.
Oh.
Hannah Ward just over the bar there. She's already got one, but that was just over the bar. As a plane flies right over us. Those of you that are familiar with BKTV will know how much Coach Saunders, yours truly, loves the planes coming in. We'll see if we can pick up some of those as well when there's nothing going on in front of us. There's quite a lot going on in front of us, actually. The Comets are dominating possession. Our cameras, because of our slight constraints with wires and internet cables, etc., the Comets are rather playing at the other end from where our cameras are set up, so maybe in the second half we might see more action down here. But 2-0 the score. Thanks for your company here. Brooke Niver alongside yours truly, Coach Saunders. Still to come tonight on BKTV, we've got the half-time walkouts of all the spring sport athletes. Seniors, that is, of course, and then of course the boys game against the same opposition. It's Durant. We've got a good student section over there as well, which you'll just look at. There they are. Brian Limekiller, Mr. Kelly over there.
Yeah.
I think that's Olivia Widows in one of those pictures, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There's kind of a glare of where I am, but I think it is.
It's a throw in to Hannah Ward, who's wearing that red. It's more than a headband. It's a protective thing for heading.
Yeah, for concussions, right?
Very sensible as well.
Yeah.
Applegate forward, looking for Widows. Widows, who's up front, trying to get a goal on senior night, has won the ball here and running down the left-hand side. Tries to go around the defender. She ran out of field here. That's good defending, actually, from the defender.
Definitely. It makes her... I know... she looks like she was trying to get the ball, but I know it can be kind of stressful to have somebody that close to you and try to get the ball away, and I know that she wants to score on her senior night. So. And
I can tell you that Olivia Widows does normally play at the back as well, so it's a real, she's got a big smile on her face. She wants to get that goal.
Yeah, she probably does on her senior night just to be recognized as much as she already is.
That's Ava Ernst, who is another. Here's Lusk, pulls it back, and there's Widows with the shot wide. Again, she gets a high five. Again, there's plenty of smiles out there.
Yeah, the whole bench is rooting for her. They were all standing up, and when she missed, they all sat down and kind of gave her a little hard time right there.
Ava Ernst has come onto the field wearing 6. Good feisty character, always wants to be involved, winning the ball back for the Comets. 2-0 the score. Just 19 minutes to go in the first half here. Welcome to Angelo Prassa Field, home of the Comets. Now, keeper starts to come out, and Bella Lusk has just run out of field, I think.
Yeah, since you do play soccer, I don't play soccer, but I don't understand. Do the keepers come out most of the time, or is that like...
Yeah, they're asked to come out. They're not allowed to handle the ball, of course, outside the area. If you're new to soccer, you can just see the 18-yard line that Lizzie Monroe is on there, but out of your shot. They do come out, they can come out, and they should come out as an extra defender when needed. Yeah,
well, I only played soccer till I was in 2nd grade, and I was always taught just to stay in the goal, so I didn't know if that was like a taught thing, or she's just doing that just to do it.
Keeper comes out again. Yeah, she's certainly pretty alert. She's got the ball here. That's Madison Usry. Ernst goes in for a tackle. Won by the Lions here, who come forward wearing their white shirts. Ball spins away to the far side from us, and that will be a throw-in for the Comets, with Hannah Ward, who's right in front of the student section.
Looks like they're giving her a lot of support out there.
They certainly are. I was at the Casher Hall game with them, because there was a bit of a Kairos reunion.
Yeah, I bet there are a lot of fans there.
There were, in that student section, were having a lot of fun as a helicopter flies over. Now, here's Tokarczyk threading it forward. That's going to be easy for Usry in the Lions' goal. And you can see with our camera looking right down the field. The ball is pumped forward. Tregoning's under this, does well. White headband. Will she pull back? No, says the referees. So we play on. Lottie Arndt heads it forward, breaks up the attacks as she often does. Here she is again.
Yeah, Lottie has always been an aggressive player in a good way. She's always wanted to get her hands on the ball, like in basketball, and always it looks like now in soccer she really wants to get involved as much as she can.
Here she is, right on cue to Ward. Ward, left-footed ball forward. That's going to come through to Widows. That's a good run from Olivia Widows. Through the defender now. Out comes the keeper. Widows goes round the keeper.
Wow.
Oh, and she scored on senior night.
Great run. The bench is just going crazy over there.
A popular goal, Olivia Widows.
Very. And like you said earlier, I guess she plays back in the field most of the time, so I bet that doesn't happen very often. She looks very happy.
She does, doesn't she? Olivia Widows, she's so pleased. And Lizzie Munro, the goalkeeper, look, wearing yellow. There she is in the shot. She's run all the way from a goal just to congratulate Widows, who I think will now be substituted. And the Comets lead by 3-0. Lusk on 13 minutes, Ward on 14, and Widows there, the latest goal on 24. All good fun on senior night.
Well, one thing I love about soccer is how you can, congratulate after. Not very many sports you can congratulate that much, and in soccer you can run up to the player and hug him and kind of stall, quote unquote. But in basketball, if you do that, you get a technical, and it's kind of crazy. But seeing it in soccer just makes me so happy because in basketball and any sport really, you just want to do it, but you're really not allowed to.
Here is Ernst in the centre of the field, threads the ball through. That's luckily going to come to Tokarczyk. Tokarczyk now, who can she find? Tregonin here. Tregonin could try a shot, but she threads that looking for Barone. They weren't quite on the same wavelength, and the ball goes harmlessly away for a goal kick. 3-0 the score. Thanks for your company here on bktv.live. Pitch side. 16 minutes to go in the first half here on senior night. And there is a picture of our commentary team of Brooke Niver, the junior here.
Yep.
And Coach Saunders here, enjoying this Tregoning ball through. Tregoning for 4.
Wow.
And another senior scores a goal.
Is that all 4?
2 in a minute.
There's only 4 seniors, right?
You're absolutely right. Lizzie Munro, the keeper, makes 5.
Yeah.
If there was a penalty, she might be able to come up and take that. But that's 2 goals in a minute, so they're scoring them in batches. 4-0 the score, and now we've got 4 or 5 players all getting warmed up. They want to get on the field, of course. 4-0.
Wow.
The Comets are 5-0 in district. Durant Lions are 0-4. As the helicopter comes back across the field, here's Hannah Ward. That is a ball that's obviously offside against the Lions. And it'll be a goal kick. Yeah, district results, very impressive, Brooke. When we look at the Comets results, Collinsville, they won 6-0 in the first game.
Yeah.
Went to McAllister and won 5-0. And then there was a real struggle for both the girls and boys teams against Coeda, who really packed it in, defended for their lives. And both teams only won 1-0. Here's Tregoning coming forward as the helicopter's right over the stadium now. Tregoning with a shot through the keeper and in.
Goal.
And Tregoning has another one. 5-0, and the Comets are halfway there.
Another great run. I mean, it has to be complicated. I know footwork in soccer, you can trip over your feet very easily, and on the turf, as we said earlier, it's really slick. So, I mean, seeing the footwork from her is amazing, honestly.
Tregoning there with a wonderful goal. And that's 5-2 for her on the night. She's the only one to score 2. Lizzie Munro, the goalkeeper. Now, I think what might happen here is Munro might put on a black shirt and go up front, try and get herself a goal.
Yeah, it looks like she is, maybe.
Caitlin Kirchhoff has gone into goal. She is a sophomore, as the plane is, we've got helicopters circling around here, probably trying to get a view of the game. And we've got a plane on the far side. It's all happening. And the Comets have scored 5 goals. Here's Ward. Here's Lusk, who started it all off on 13 minutes. Now Ward on the far side from us. Goes down the line. Can she get a cross in? Across comes the defender. That was good defending from the Lions there. That's Jennifer Monroy with the tackle. Now
looks like Lauren Miles, Sophie Ames, and Abby Arp, who are all juniors as I can see. I don't know the other two.
Anna Kaiser's come on. She is a sophomore and has scored a couple of goals in district play. And also Avery Detterman. She is a defender. She's also a sophomore. Avery goes across to take the throw-in right now. Hannah Ward comes off, the senior. Just under 14 minutes to go till half time here. The Comets halfway as Lusk puts a cross in. Of course, I say halfway. If the Lions were to get a goal, it would have to go to a 10-goal deficit before we pack up. And that has happened to the Lions. They did lose to Cassia Hall by 11 goals to 1. Comets beat their close rivals, Cassia Hall. That was a real struggle at first, but they in the end it was an easy win, 7 goals to 1. The barbecue club continues over there. I
know that like started this year. It's a very Matt Noggs I think started it, and he's always like kind of supportive. He's a football player, so he's always about sports and wanting to support other teammates like they do in football.
What are they cooking over there? We'll have to see if we can get some of that.
Yeah. Sophie Ames has the ball right now. I'm pretty close to Sophie and Lauren Miles, who are out there, and Abby Art, but I went to elementary school and middle school with Lauren Miles and Sophie Ames, and they've all been really close friends with me, and I know how competitive they are. We always used to get pretty competitive in basketball, and it shows. We're all kind of competitive, but seeing them out there makes me happy because I know how competitive and how much they want to score and help the seniors out on their senior night.
There you go, Sophie Ames with the header forward. There was a shot just before that by Lusk. Well saved by the keeper, to be fair. Here's Tregonning, who's already scored 2 goals, to Lusk, who scored 1. Bella Lusk onto her left foot, threads it into Tregonning. Tregonning will come back here to Ames. And that hits a defender and is swept up by Monroy here with the ball for the Lions, wearing all white tonight. Desperately trying to get out of their own half with respect to them against a very strong Lions, Comets defence. Here is Kendra Leonard, who's not really been tested at the back so far tonight, and it's going to be a throw-in, which will be taken by Avery Detterman.
There goes the student section again.
And here is the goalkeeper, Lizzie Munro, who wears 1. She's gone up front. She will now try to get a goal. Emma Applegate comes off. Chloe Tregonning comes off. On goes
I think
Camille Shelton, you're right. She comes on wearing a 8. It's difficult to keep up with this because there's so many substitutions.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. In basketball, like I said, you kind of go to the table and they kind of buzz you in, so it's kind of expected. But in soccer, I guess you can just run in, and I didn't know that till now.
Yeah, you have to just inform the referee, and then really you can come in and out. In the professional game, of course, when you make a substitution, you're off and you can't come back on. But in high school soccer, you can come back in. Now, ball threaded forward. Out comes the keeper. Should collect this. We also saw Avery Hudkins come on, who's a very promising freshman. There's a very strong freshman class this year in soccer for both boys and girls.
Yeah, Avery went to my middle school, which was St. Mary, and she was really athletic in soccer. When we played in gym class and stuff, we would always have soccer tournaments, and she was always really, really athletic. And I remember watching her and just being amazed.
Yeah, she really is a good player, and she wears 30. Over there, quite a tall girl for a freshman.
Yeah. Tall and lanky, which I think helps in soccer. You can kind of get many deflections as you can, try to get as far as you can without taking too many steps.
And talking of promising freshmen, Kira Lay, who's just come onto the field wearing 35, I rate extremely highly. She's going to go into the central midfield there. Lizzie Munro, who's normally a goalkeeper, wears 1 up there. She's trying to get a goal tonight. That's that kind of night on senior night.
Yeah, I bet she's pretty nervous out there. I don't think she would play up as much as she does in the back. Coming to the games that I came to last year, she would always play goalie, so I've never seen her up that close to the goal, so I bet she's pretty excited.
Lions just get their foot on the ball here and spoil the fun, rather. Here's Ava Ernst, the competitor in the midfield, trying to feed it down for Abby Arp, but that's too strong. And that will be a throw-in. 5-0. The Comets lead. And they're 5-0 in district, 8-4 overall. Going for yet another state championship.
So it looks like they got it into Lizzie. Barely misses the goal. Tips off of her foot. Oh.
And then she has another shot towards goal, which is blocked by the defender. Senior night here at the Angelo Prassa Field with the new bleachers and press box away to our left, which we'll try and show you a little bit of at half-time. Stay with us as well after this game, because we're going to have the senior walkouts of all the spring sport athletes, their parents, as Ernst goes round one. Was she tripped? Play on. Here's Munro. Munro runs into 3 defenders, and the referee says there was a foul. I wonder if Lizzie Munro might have a little pop at goal here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pretty nervous out there knowing that I would play goalie and I have to be up there and everybody's watching me expecting me to score a goal. But I bet she can find some confidence in herself.
Well, she can kick well, you see, because she's a goalkeeper, so this could be interesting.
Yeah.
So I think Coach DeCarci is saying, go on, have a go to goal.
Everybody's yelling.
She's going to play it short back to Miles. Now here's Camille Sheldon playing it forward. That's cut out well, though, by Monroe, who's probably been the Lions' best player. But they just cannot get anything going
Sophie
up front
Ames.
at all. Sophie Ames back there.
Yeah.
Yet another defender.
Yeah, I know Sophie's kind of recovering from another injury. She had a knee injury, I think, last year. I know freshman year when she played basketball, she had pretty bad knee injuries. I think she's always had pretty bad knees, but seeing her out there is probably... and also seeing her on the field, she's probably happy out there. I mean, coming back from an injury, as I would know, is always fun, and getting back on the field with your teammates is a lot.
Yes, you've had your fair share of injuries, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, which is kind of sad to say, but I definitely experienced a bunch.
But you learn from it, don't you?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you should know not to slide into a chair, but I did that. But
now, a rare forage forward from the Lions, but that's going to spin away. Ames will just see that one go out for a goal kick. And Caitlin Kirchhoff, the sophomore, wearing the yellow jersey there, caught by our cameraman Max, who's pitch side today, will take a goal kick. Another substitution. And on comes Addie Gehring, who's another freshman.
yeah, her brother is in my class, and he's really athletic. And I know they have a bunch of kids. Like, that family is a bunch of kids and little kids, and they all play a lot of sports. But I know Doyle is a really good athlete, and he's going to college for baseball. So I know that he's pretty competitive as well, which probably rubs off on her a little bit, because I know growing up with boys in the household playing male-dominated sports, it's a lot of fun to be competitive with them, because it kind of builds your confidence and builds your strength in the sport that you play.
First shot on target from Lauren Ruminer, who wears 8 for the Lions. She is a senior. That was a good run and shot. Easy save, though, for Kirchhoff. And it remains, with just under 6 minutes to go, 5-0. Foul in the midfield by Addie Gehring, who apologises. And it will be a free kick, which will be taken by the Lions. Sarah Aiken, the number 10, taking this one from the central line. Gehring, who committed the foul, cuts the ball out. Here's Munro, good play from her, normally a goalkeeper.
Abby Arp.
Yeah, to Kira Lay. Now here's Kira Lay, a freshman, feeding it forward, looking for Munro. Cleared away by the Lions again. Detterman there, Avery Detterman, trying to get the ball down the left-hand side, cleared away.
Looks like Laura Miles is going to throw it in, I think.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, here she is. Her sister, I think, graduated last year, was a soccer player, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Might be 2 years ago now, I'm trying to think.
I think so.
Ridley.
I don't even know. I can't keep up with that many people.
And it's going to be another throw into the Comets here, which Miles will take.
Yeah, the games I've seen Lauren, when she's in, she always throws the ball, and I think she has a lot of power, because in basketball, I've seen that she has a lot of power, and when she runs, I mean, she has pretty strong legs, which, I mean, it means a lot in soccer, because most of it's running, and when you throw the ball in, you can't really lift your feet, can you?
Right, you're not allowed to. You're absolutely right. You've got to keep both feet anchored on the ground. That's going to go harmlessly through to the Lions goalkeeper. That's Madison Usry. pretty long trip from Durant. I know I've been down there a couple of times. Have you been down there?
Yeah, we go down there a lot for softball because we always end up getting in that regional, so we always have to travel down there.
Oh, that's a lovely threaded ball for, but Monroe just didn't see it. Yeah, it's about a 3-hour journey in a bus, isn't it?
Yeah, in a bus it's a lot.
Yeah.
Because everything in a bus is just worse.
There you go.
Abby Arp is fighting for the ball. Knowing Abby Arp, I know how aggressive she is and how much she wants the ball. Me and her go head-to-head at basketball practice and in games. We always kind of make jokes with each other because we're redheaded and we think that redheads are the most dominant, even though it doesn't look like it out there. But redheads are pretty much dominant. So
here is Ames wearing 13. Some players wouldn't wear 13 because it's deemed to be unlucky.
Yeah.
Sophie doesn't mind. Here she is in that white headband, running forward now, chipping a ball forward, looking for Monroe. It's going to fall to Arp, is it?
Short.
No?
Yeah, that's Abby, I think. Yeah, Abby Arp.
Vivian Taylor, who was injured, I think, earlier on the game, is back on the field, actually. So that's good to see. Pretty sure it's the same girl. Well, I can just about smell
I was just about to say that.
Barbecue. The nice smell of the barbecue makes you feel very hungry. Popular club.
Yeah, it reminds me of football season, which is kind of missed because I love football season and tailgating and coming up for the football games.
Well, the boys were out here doing their off-season training earlier on while we were setting up for this broadcast.
Yeah. Ooh.
Here's Kira Lay winning the ball there, evades a strong challenge.
Ooh.
Oh, clash. That was slightly late. I think Dediman's okay. She just gets up and runs off. That's good to see. The overzealous challenge was from Riley Gwynn. Gwynn will go in for another challenge here with Miles. And this time Miles was a bit late, so Gwynn gets the call there. Free kick to Vivian Taylor, the number 5, who, as we said, it's good to see her back on the field because she went off, had to be carried off, but she's okay.
Yeah, it looks like she has tape on her knee. I don't know if that was on there before, but it looks like she has some kind of tape on her knee.
You're right, and I don't think it was on there before, so maybe she just needed a bit of support on that knee.
Yeah, it could have been like hyperextension or something. That always hurts.
Isabella Lozano with the free kick into the box. Desmond there with a header away.
Ooh.
Rumina tackling 2 Comet players. Monroe, as we keep saying, normally a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Threads it forward to Hudkins. Hudkins, who is one of the freshmen on the field. There's 3, as I quickly count up, freshmen on the 10 outfield players. Monroe again, she just didn't get on the end of it. They're desperately trying to get her a goal. Olivia Widows has got one. Lusk started it all off in 13 minutes. Ward a minute later with the second. Widows got the third, and then Tregoni got 2 in a minute. All senior goals, 5-0, and we've got 40 seconds left of the first half. Thank you for your company here on BKTV.live on a dry night, although the temperature is starting to drop just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. I mean, in Oklahoma, you never know when it's going to get warm or cold, and
still getting used to that.
Yeah.
2 days ago, it was, 81 degrees?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it can be 81 in the morning, and it can be 42 by the nighttime. It's crazy in Oklahoma.
There we go. But it is dry, and we are coming up to half-time, and the Comets will go in for their half-time refreshment, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Very happy. Is there a chance for one more here as Ames comes off the keeper? That's going to be a corner, but there's no time to take it, and we get to half-time. Brooke, and to be honest with you, it's a fun night. It's one-way traffic at the moment, which is one-way traffic. The Comets have been totally dominant.
Yeah, I mean, like in basketball, like I said earlier, being like on your side of the field as much as you can allows you to score as much as you can, and it can show on the scoreboard as we're up 5-0. So I mean, getting a head start like that means a lot to the Comets, I bet.
We will take a short break in just a few moments. Just to tell you, though, it was Bella Lusk on 13, Hannah Ward on 14, Olivia Widows on 24, and then Tregoni on 25 and 26. completing the scoring. There have been numerous other chances. The goalkeeper, Lizzie Monroe, is now playing as an outfield player. She desperately tries to get a goal. There's the girls walking down the touchline with Coach Tokarczyk and his assistant Ellen Glasgow, and they will be very happy with the halftime score as we go for a short break here. You're watching BKTV Live with the halftime score. The Comets 5, the Durant Lions 0.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing. The all-new Tiguan is here. Listen to this. The new Tiguan has 57% more space, third-row seating, great new styling, the sporty SUV you've been wanting. The new Tiguan at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you at 43rd and Memorial. Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for more than 50 years with a simple philosophy: represent great brands and always make business about people. VW is a proud part of our family, and it's growing with the all-new Atlas SUV. Listen to this. It holds 7 passengers, has a 6-year, 72,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. The best part is it starts at $33,000. The new Atlas SUV at Don Thornton Volkswagen, sold by people like you. 43rd and Memorial.
Welcome back here to the Angelo Prassa Field, where the Comets are sitting pretty. They're winning by 5-0. They are 5-0 in district, so they're looking to go 6-0, 9-4 overall, and it's been a pretty dominant display. And there's Coach Dave Saunders, yours truly, alongside Brooke Nivers, a junior here. And Brooke, one of the things I want to talk to you about, this is a very impressive bleachers and press box going up. Just take a look at this. It's by no means finished, but that is very impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, from what it was just a bigger version of the visitor side. And I mean, for football games, we have so many students come out like for the games, and being up there with as many students as we have, it's kind of crowded, and seeing how big the student section is, it's going to be a lot better.
Now, if you look at that shot there at the top there, the very top of your screen, you can see that is the press box. Now, it won't look like that because there were 4 parts to that, and I understand the right-hand part is yet to be delivered, but that's going to be a very impressive press box, and you can just see on the right there of the top part, that is in kind of an open space, and that will be where our cameras will be.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we will have hopefully a nice warm commentary box room rather than being outside as we are now. But by no means finished, but that's gone up very quickly, and that's going to seat a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, for football games, so many people come out to watch the Comets play, and like the student section, it's going to be a lot easier to kind of see the game because we're all kind of like crammed up there like sardines. So like seeing all the space kind of makes me happy.
And this is a little shot there. Now the reason why we are showing you this, tell us about this little club.
Okay, so apparently they started a grill club this year, and I think it started by Matt Noggs, and he like wanted to base the grill club off of tailgating because he plays football, and like seeing all the tailgaters before football games, he wanted to do like a small club for other games like basketball. They did a few for basketball out in the parking lot, the junior lot. And it looks like they're coming out to soccer games. And, I mean, it's mostly all football players.
And it looks like Jack Siner there is in charge of the cooking with the hat on.
Yeah, and I think there's Alex Hatfield, Matt Noggs, and he's out playing soccer, as well as Montreal Cozart.
And there's Leif Gustafsson there just on the right of your screen. He'll be featuring in the boys' game. There he is, just creeping back into shot with his backpack on.
Yeah.
He's joined the soccer program from having had a good season playing basketball. But that's just a great club, isn't it? I hope that really does thrive, that club.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's all football players, and, you know, seeing all the fans out for tailgating for football games made them want to do it. And just seeing them coming to support other sports is amazing.
Now, there is a game of soccer going on, and there you can see just under 3 minutes to go. We'll take another short break. There's Coach Akarchik there. You can just see him nodding, enjoying it. They've all enjoyed it. We've had Tregoning with 2 and then 3 other seniors who've scored the goals, which, as you can see on the screen there, means the Comets are leading by 5-0. And really quickly, Brooke, before we go to break, I mean, it really has been dominance from the Comets. I mean, the Lions have had 1 shot, but it's really been all Comets, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Lions have gotten more than halfway or a quarter of the way down the field. I mean, the closest they've gotten is to about the goal line of the football field. But, I mean, with Comet defense and how competitive all the players are in the Bishop Kelley team, I don't think they want them to get very close to their goal.
Well, there they are. There are the Comets. We will take a short break. Don't go away for too long because we're back with the second half right after this. You're watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for over 50 years. And now Don Thornton Volkswagen is all about SUVs, Atlas, Touareg, Tiguan, and the long wheelbase Tiguan. That's right, Volkswagen is your SUV company. Well, wait a minute, Volkswagen was into SUVs before there were SUVs. Remember the VW Microbus? Well, we now have 4 new models to accommodate every activity. Don Thornton Volkswagen is once again your SUV headquarters, and they're sold by people just like you at 43rd Memorial. Hi, I'm Don Thorne.
Welcome back into Angelo Prassa Field, where it's good news if you're a Comet fan, because the girls soccer team are winning by 5-0. And I'm just wondering, Brooke, with respect to our opposition, whether this is going to last the full 40 minutes.
I don't know. Seeing them at before halftime, they all looked like they were getting into it and looking like they wanted to come out with a win pretty early. So let's see.
We will see. It is going to be the Comets, I think, to kick off, and here we go. In fact, they give the ball away straight away to the Lions, cleared away by Vivian Taylor. Throwing on the far side. Now, you're going to see a lot more action with our cameras. They're set more this end, so it'll be right in front of us this half.
Ooh, looks like Maddie got in a little pushy with number, I can't tell what number that is. It might be 5.
Yeah, that was Vivian who got injured. She's still hobbling around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the turf doesn't really give you a lot of leeway. So, I mean, if you fall or if you twist your ankle, you're going to go down a lot harder than you expect.
Should say as well, stay with us. We were going to be bringing you the walkout of the parents and the spring sport senior athletes, which will take place between the two games. Here's Ernst. Forward to Dragoni, who's on a hat-trick. Rummenigge gets in there. She's one of the more livelier Durant players. His Widows already got a goal tonight on senior night. Widows again.
Ooh. And
there's an injury to a Lions player. I think it's the number 16 that's gone down there. That's Aliyah Tomlinson.
Yeah, it looks like she just got knocked around a little bit.
I think she's okay. She's up on her feet again.
She got up pretty fast.
Romane gets in there. I'm sure the coach has said, come on, I need you to fight for this. Don't give away
like
the goals easily.
There you go.
Lizzie Monroe, big smile on her face, coming forward. Keeper clears it only as far as Barone. Barone goes down. She's tackled from behind. And they're all shouting for Lizzie to take this one. So we're going to see Lizzie Monroe. The story behind Lizzie Monroe there with the pigtails, his Trikarczyk comes across as well. Lizzie Monroe is normally a goalkeeper, but everybody's desperate for her. The student section to score. Here she is then, comes up, hits a shot towards goal. Oh, and she scored! Directly in, it went over the keeper's head. A brilliant strike from Lizzie Monroe, who's normally a goalkeeper. What a goal, and the Comets lead by 6-0. And here's Brooke Niver.
Yeah, I mean, that goalkeeper, it looked like she jumped, but I don't think she got enough air under her feet and just went right into the goal. I mean, right after she kicked it, I don't think she even thought it was going to go in, and when she realized it wouldn't, she went kind of crazy, as well as everybody else in the field and in the student section.
To be fair, it was well struck. It was just the right height.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I probably barely tipped that goalkeeper's hands.
The goalkeeper, Madison Usry, is beaten for a 6th time. 6-0. Here's Lottie Arndt.
With a header
excuse me. Yeah, Lottie Arndt it was with the header.
Does she... I don't understand. Do the middle fielders usually head the ball? Because I've never really watched like a full soccer game.
They do. That's a good ball through. Bella Lasky's onside, says the referee. Could it be 7? She hits a shot towards goal. Good save by the keeper, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
The answer to your question, Brooke, and to anybody else who's new to the game, and we do, by the way, we're not all experts watching this game. We have a lot of people who tune in for the first time, and we like to explain the game, just as I like to understand more about the likes of American football, as I call it, and basketball, of course. Here is, we'll come back to that. Here's Barone sharing a 1-2. Just keeps the ball in here. Can she get a good ball in? Oh, does she get brought down? Yes, she does, says the referee. So we'll have a free kick right in front of us. So the midfielders do head the ball. Often it's up to the defenders because the nature of the ball going higher towards the defenders. But Lottie in the midfield is probably she is the tallest player on the whole team, and she is not afraid to head the ball at all.
No. I mean, like I said earlier, she's always been that aggressive player. So I think anything for Lottie Arndt is success for her.
Trikarczyk then with the left-footed free kick towards the far post. Here is a header from Arndt, and it's gone in off the defender, and it's 8 for the Comets. 7 for the Comets. Getting carried away myself. Lottie Arndt there with a good header, and it came off a defender. That's an own goal, but Lottie will claim that goal.
Yeah, I mean, Lottie, I don't even think Lottie knew where the ball was. She kind of headed it and went off a defender, and she got the goal.
And Lizzie Munro, who's got a goal, will get a great ovation from the other players. She gets a hug from her coach because that's a special moment for her, a goalkeeper, to get a goal on senior night. 7-0, Lottie out with the latest goal after 44 minutes. So you could say it's 3 more goals needed.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the Lions haven't exactly given it up. They've just been really mown down by a great Comet side. 3 substitutes warm up in front of us, wanting to get in on the action. Here's the latest goal scorer, Arndt, who's a junior. There's a shot coming in, which is easy save for Caitlin Kirchhoff. The shot was from the number 7, that's Jennifer Monroy, who is a senior at Durant. Good header forward, headed back though by Kendra Leonard, who hasn't had too many touches of the ball tonight. There's a curled shot, that's easy again for Kirchhoff. 7-0 the score. It was 5-0 at half time. 2 goals. Lizzie Munro with a direct free kick. Lottie Arndt with a header that did go in off a defender. Here's Hannah Ward, who started the game and scored the 2nd goal of the night. And that one is out. As the president of the school, Father Castle, walks past the commentary position here. No doubt very happy to be seeing his side 7-0 to the good.
Yeah.
Still lots more fun to come with the boys' senior night there, I can tell you. Oh, well, here's Luss going through. Tokarczyk tries to chip the keeper. She scored a brilliant goal from a similar position against Cassia Hall. It was really a fantastic goal, one of the best goals I've seen this season, to be honest. Lots of fun to come with the boys' senior night. We have no fewer than 17 senior boys who want to play tonight.
Gosh.
And there's only 11 spots available, so lots of substitutions.
Wow, I didn't know you guys had that many seniors.
Yeah, there's a lot of senior boys.
I know a few senior boys came down from basketball this year to play soccer.
They did. Michael Penn will be one of those. As Barone goes into the box, Leif Gustafsson could be offside, I think. Yeah, no, the referee would disallow that. That is a good decision, actually. Tokarczyk says that she wasn't offside, but I think, to be fair, I think that was an offside.
Yeah, it was pretty close, if anything.
Yeah. It's how do you explain the offside rule in a couple of minutes in soccer? My wife's always very proud of herself when she can explain the offside rule using like salt and pepper pots, you know, to me.
Yeah.
So it's a complicated rule. You don't have it in basketball, of course, do you? But
no.
You do have it in football, don't you? And lots of other sports.
Yeah, but I really don't understand it in football either. I kind of just go to football games kind of just to watch. I've never really understood football. But
there you go. Makes 2 of us, to be honest, but there we go. No, a great tradition, of course, and we said the football team are right in their off-season training. Good season last season under JJ Tapana here at Bishop Kelley.
Yeah. JJ is kind of like Coach Tokar. He's really well known to be close to his players and as well as like his class. Like I had him for government, and he's like really fun to be around. Tregoning
with a shot, and that's a very good save. To be fair to the goalkeeper, who's been beaten 7 times, that was a good tip over the bar. Tregoning on a hat trick, and you can continue, of course.
Yeah, like I said, Coach Tapana is a really fun guy. Just like Coach Tokar, they have the same kind of dry sense of humor. They're very sarcastic, and they enjoy doing what they do.
Here, right near our commentary position, there she is, the coach's daughter. That's Maddie Tokarczyk. Tokarczyk with the in-swinger with the left foot. It's a good one. Ooh. Towards the far, but it could go right in. No, it's come off the yellow bars, which of course is the American football here. So, goal kick to the Durant Lions, who trail by 7-0. It would be an absolute miracle if they were to come back and win this game, of course. As we have a plane flying in. We'll tell you about that plane in a moment because the Lions are clearing their lines. Those of you who know me and VKTV commentators will know that I love the planes coming in for some unknown reason, even to myself. I'm just fascinated. There it is. It's a Southwest plane. They need to give me a free ticket for that. Southwest Plane, free advertising for them. Coming into Tulsa International Airport from the south.
Ooh.
That's a good win from Avery Detterman through to Lusk.
Oh, a little miscommunication.
Lusk and Tokarczyk on the not on the same wavelength. There's a siren going on. It's behind the stadium. Nothing to do with anybody in the stadium, I hasten to add. Goal kick going to be taken by the number 24. That's Isabella Lozano, who is a sophomore at Durant High School. Substitution Lottie Arndt is coming off, the junior. Don't know who went on then. I think it was Tori Suckup, who is a freshman.
I think it was number 35. I'm not sure.
That's Tori, 38, yeah, who's a very good cross-country runner. Here she is.
Oh, yeah. We share a locker room with cross-country for softball, and she's always here really early in the morning and really late after school, running and trying to get as good in condition as she can.
Well, and there's a young lady just to our left there, Ellie Uriska, who was the she actually won the whole state, didn't she, in cross country? So she's in the track program now, as you can imagine. And Tori is a soccer player, very good soccer player as well. Played some varsity as a freshman, which is good to see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, her sister played softball for Bishop Kelley too, so she always came to softball games, and we always tried to get her to play softball, but she's so dedicated to cross country and soccer that she didn't really want to play. But like, she's always like a good athlete, and she's like a very nice girl and likes to communicate and loves Bishop Kelley.
She does love Bishop Kelley, you're absolutely right. Now here in the midfield is Kira Lay, who is a freshman as well, but the Lions have the ball. Here's the aforementioned Tori Suckup now to senior Tregoning looking to go down the left hand side, feeds the ball through. That might be a little strong, but Maddie Tokarczyk is quick. Can she get a ball in? She can, but the referee said it was just over the back line, and it will be a goal kick. 7-0 the score. Thank you for your company here on BKTV. There is the score. There was a quick shot of Father Castle. We'll see if we can pick him up again here on our shot. There he is. Very proudly stood on the touch line. Watching Coach Tokarczyk's girls looking to go 6-0 in district. Here is Tokarczyk now. Can she get a cross in? She certainly can. Who's on the end of this one? Tregoning. Ball up in the air. Keeper comes out. Fumbles it. Chases after it. And that will be a throw-in for the Comets. And right in front of our commentary position is Maddie Barone. She's going to leave it here for Cami Sheldon. And Cami Sheldon there, right in shot, wearing 8 there. Shelton, excuse me. Here's Suckup. Shelton again tries to get the ball in. Great cross from her. Need away. Lusk is in there. Tregoning now on a hat-trick. Can she get a hat-trick? She can. She pokes it home. She gets a hat-trick. Her third. And the Comets have their 8th goal of the night. And they need 2 more, Brooke, for the mercy rule to be applied.
Looks like a bunch of new players coming on. 5 new players. Yeah,
most of your friends again, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Abby Arp, Lauren Miles, and Sophie Ames are the juniors.
Here's the replay. Here is Tregoning's hat-trick. She was just out of shot. Nothing the keeper could do there. Good shot down to the keeper's right. 8-0, and there is the lonely figure. Kicking us off again. Now, the Lions. They've been beaten 11-1 by Cassia Hall. They've also been beaten 4-2 by Edison, 4-0 by Collinsville, and 4-3 they lost in a nail-biter to Coeda, who the Comets only beat 1-0. Kira Lay, good 1-2 to Cami Shelton. Shelton forward. Sophie Ames to Ali Gehring. Gehring couldn't get it from under her feet. Kira Lay gets dispossessed. And Cami Shelton's got a little bit of defending to do here. Just under 28 minutes to go, if needed. Ball's going to come through to Kirchhoff. Couldn't pick it up because it was deemed a back pass. Here's Lay. Kira Lay now. Ball inside here to Kendra Leonard, up to Ames. Ames here to Gehring. Lovely play from the Comets. Up now. Good ball into the box. Who's on the end of it? Whole host of players, and it's going to be up to Miles to go and retrieve the ball and cross it back into the box. Now here's a shot and a goal. And that is
Sophie Ames.
Sophie Ames, you're absolutely right. He gets number 9. And this could well be over very, very quickly now. 53 minutes gone. Here's the replay. And Ames it is with the goal, and a popular goal for a popular girl, and one of your friends who you know very well, and she'll be very pleased to get that goal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see her every day as well as Lauren Miles, so I'm sure they're going to tell me a lot about that. But I don't even think they know that I'm doing this, so I'll be able to show them that I knew what was going on for once. I saw what she did.
Of course, you can watch all this back on YouTube, on the BK TV live channel. Pleasure to be doing this game. And, of course, the boys' game. But don't forget, straight after this game, we'll take a short break, and then we will have the walkout of the spring senior athletes as the referee gets us underway for maybe the last time. It's 9-0 to the Comets. Remina, who is one of the better players, as we've said, threads it down the right-hand side. Trying to keep the ball in was the number 20, that was Carly Cordell, but she couldn't as a car goes past. You can see there on the far side of the stadium. And Avery Dediman will take the throw-in. Ruminer again with the ball for the Lions. Keeping possession well there, but she doesn't really have a lot of support there from Carly Cordell, the junior for the Lions. Away to our right hand side, a lot of buzz of excitement as the boys are getting ready for their senior night game as well. Still to come here on bktv.live. Now here's the latest goal scorer, Ames, threading the ball forward. Kira Lay, the freshman, now has got Avery Hudkins, another freshman, out wide on the left hand side. Here she is. Hudkins, a very skillful player. Good ball into the box, but cleared away well by the defender. To be fair, that was good defending from the number 12 there. That's Casey Paulson, who's just a freshman.
Avery Hudkins reminds me a lot of Ramsey Davis, who played last year, but now she plays at IMG. It's kind of I don't know how to describe it, like a boarding school almost for athletics, and she plays soccer there and is going to go to Ole Miss. And Avery is kind of like her. She runs kind of the same, and I think she's just as dedicated as Ramsey. And just seeing her out there reminds me a lot of her.
Ball is loose inside the box. You're absolutely right. Ramsey was a great player, wasn't she?
Yeah.
For Coach Tokarczyk. Now here is the ball that's loose. Cami Shelton goes round one. Plays the ball inside. Aims forward. That's going to be a little bit too strong. That's going to go away for a goal kick as the Comets press for this final goal. Should say as well, Brooke, alongside me, you're going to be doing some baseball for BKTV on Easter Monday.
Yeah, me and Begnell hopefully are going to be doing the baseball game, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun because I don't think Begnell has ever been on BKTV, and I think it's going to be kind of fun. He's going to be a new commentator. Coach
Begnell, a very popular figure around BK. Here's Kira Lay to finish it all off past the goal. Good save from the keeper, to be fair.
Yeah.
That could have been game, set, match, but she dove to her right, tipped it around for a corner. That's a good save.
Yeah. And Begnell is well known, like you said, because he coached baseball and retired last year after they won for the championship, and he coaches softball. And he's coached me since freshman year, and I kind of treat him as like a grandfather to me because he is kind of he's going to get mad at me, but he's kind of old. And he's kind of funny, and he's just close to me, and like I can talk to him if I need anything, and he's always there for me and helps me and always ask about competitive and stuff like that.
A great guy, Brian Begnell, who does so much other stuff as well, doesn't he? He's not just coach, he does a lot for the fields and keeps everything tidy and looking really nice. Works very hard for the course.
Yeah.
Here's Rumina running away. He'll love you for saying that, like grandfather type figure.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll watch this, but I'm sure one of you guys will.
I'll tell him to watch.
Good,
don't worry.
Good.
I'll tell him. Now here's Kira Lay trying to finish things off for the Comets. Good ball down the right-hand side. Here's Arp, but she's just taken a heavy touch there. A bit of a collision, and it's gone away for a throw-in. Big smile on Arp's face there. She comes to nearly.
Unlike me, I've noticed in basketball, she kind of like that situation, I would have gotten really mad and probably elbowed the girl back, but Abby kind of just laughs and shakes it off. Not like me, but, you know, that's always what makes her a good player, because I just love being around her because she's so funny and kind of makes fun of the player when they do that.
Popular 5 substitutions there, all seniors coming back onto the field. Here's Camille Shelton, who is not a senior, but here is Bella Lusk getting it back to Shelton. Shelton will go get a cross into the box. Ooh. Good header away from Rumina. Clearance away. Shelton will take another throw in. Comets wearing all black, looking to finish this one off. It's going to be another substitution, I think. I say substitution, there's 4 substitutions. And they are coming on. Avery Dediman's coming off. Camille Shelton has gone off. Throw-in will be taken by Ava Ernst, who is right near our commentary position here, just out of shot there. Good turn from Lusk. Ball into the box, cleared away by the defender. Lusk just a bit too physical for the girl there, as is Ava Ernst. Lusk goes round one, skipped around, good ball into the box. Here's Widows. Widows has scored one, stabs it towards goal. It's going to come off a defender. It's going to be a corner. Corner to the Comets to try and finish this one off. 9-0 the score. Goals from Lusk, Ward, Widows, Tregonning. That took us to half-time. Munro with a popular free kick. Arndt and Tregonning with third, getting a hat-trick, and Ames got the 9th. A few minutes ago now, the Comets need to finish this one off. Here it is, into the box, and it is in, and it's Olivia Widows who gets it. And that is game, set, and match. Widows gets her second of the game, 10-0. And Brooke, you have to say the Comets just thoroughly deserve that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier in the game, they're all very, very compassionate about soccer, and they all want to be on the field. And seeing all of them out there, all competing the same, and not giving up on one another and trusting one another means a lot for Coach Tokar and all the players on the team.
You always feel a bit sorry for the opposition. Number one, it's senior night. Everybody's trying to have fun.
Yeah.
But also, you know, they were beaten by a very good Comets side tonight, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, like we said, getting the ball on your side of the field as much as you can for the Comets benefited in this game, and getting past as much of the Durant defenders as they could allowed them to pull out a win.
Durant go to 0-5 in district. They are 6-6 overall in the season. The Comets will go to 6-0 in district. They are 9-4 overall in the season. There are the coaches just shaking hands, and it's a long way back for Durant to unfortunately being when they're beaten 10-0, and the girls have to stay and watch the boys, of course. Now we've got a whole host of parents on the far side who are getting ready to march out onto the field. So what we'll do, Brooke, as we can see the girls celebrating there, that is a tremendous victory for them. I'm so pleased for all those seniors who got the goals as well. What we'll do is we'll take a short break, and I'm sure things will be set up. Coach Parks is over there, the AD, waiting to announce as best he can, because we haven't got an announcer's microphone speakers. It's kind of a makeshift at the moment as the girls get the huddle. So what we'll do, Brooke, we'll take a short break here on BK TV, and then we will come back, and Brooke's going to stay with me, and we're going to take you through some of the, if not all of the athletes who are going to walk out onto the field to be celebrated. So we'll take a short break now, and you are watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Don Thornton, and we've been selling cars in Tulsa for over 50 years. And now Don Thornton Volkswagen is all about SUVs, Atlas, Touareg, Tiguan, and the long wheelbase Tiguan. That's right, Volkswagen is your SUV company. Well, wait a minute, Volkswagen was into SUVs before there were SUVs. Remember the VW Microbus? Well, we now have 4 new models to accommodate every activity. Don Thornton Volkswagen is once again your SUV headquarters, and they're sold by people just like you at 43rd Memorial.
Welcome back here to the Angelo Prassa Field, where the Comet girls have won by 10 goals to nil. A very impressive victory. They scored 5 in the first half, 5 in the second. We're now going to celebrate some of the senior athletes, and then I'm delighted to say a little treat here on BKTV, because we're going to be joined later on by Coach Tokarczyk's assistant. That's one Ellen Glasgow. Now, the special thing about Ellen is that she is also the swim coach, and if you don't know, the boys were the swim state champions this year, so we've got a treat lined up. She's waiting in the wings to be talked to us, but first of all, we're going to have the athletes. There's Lizzie Munro in the picture there, the popular goalkeeper who scored a goal with a wonderful free kick. We're going to, there's a whole host of people walking around. Brooke, this is a special time when obviously the parents get to walk out. You'll get to do this next year, won't you? But, you know, it's a special time, isn't it, for these athletes to be celebrated?
Yeah, just playing with a senior and playing the whole season with them and kind of becoming close friends with the seniors means a lot to you, because they become like family, and seeing as many seniors as the boys team has, and just like on the girls team and all spring sports, you get really, really close, like I said, and it's kind of a bittersweet moment because you don't want to see him go, but you want to see him go because you want to see him like prosper outside of high school. But you know, like, just because you're a junior, I know that I had such a major connection with all of my seniors that I had this year that it was like crazy to see them go.
Well, we're not sure how much you're going to be able to pick up of Coach Parks over there, our AD. So what Brooke and I will do, we'll talk you through this as best we can. There's the general shot of players and soccer players with flowers and parents, and so we've got lots of sports. Let's think about the sports we're going to be celebrating. We've got soccer, boys and girls, of course. And then we will have track and golf.
Oh, I didn't know golf.
I think golf will be celebrated tonight. So we will see. Still to come, of course, tonight on BKTV is the boys' game as well. But stay with us. We're just going to see the parents and the players come out. Now, there's Coach Parks on the far side of the stadium. And another plane comes in. It's a grey night, but no rain to speak of, which is always good.
Yeah.
Now, we'll see, as we say, you probably can't pick up Coach Lance Parks, who is our AD here, but we'll see what is going on. So we got our first player coming out. I think it's Madeline Barone who's going to be coming out, is it?
Bella Lust.
Oh, excuse me, Bella Lust. There she is. Yeah, Bella, I couldn't see there, and gets a hug from her coach, Coach Tokarczyk. There he is. And there is Bella walking out, going to walk to halfway. And here behind her is Lizzie Munro, who scored that fantastic free kick. And as we keep saying, she she really is the goalkeeper. Big smile. There's never really, I've never seen Lizzie without a smile on her face.
Yeah, me either. I mean, just seeing her in the hallway, she's always really happy.
There is Bella Lusk, who was the first player out. Behind her, Lizzie Munro. And we've also got Tregoning coming out now. Chloe Tregoning, who scored a hat-trick tonight in the 10-0 win. Hannah Ward, another pop. There's Lizzie Munro. The cameramen doing their best to pick up. There's Chloe. Popular figure, looks across to the student section. So the soccer girls being announced at the moment. Very proud night. Hannah Ward has gone through. There's Olivia Widows as another plane comes in. Olivia Widows, who got a goal in each half tonight. There she is. She's enjoying herself there with her family. She walks out to the centre, and they'll turn their backs on us because they want to be facing the parents on the far side. Just seeing that's John Belan going through, the first boy for soccer, senior, followed by Ethan Brown. Ethan Brown, who's the backup goalkeeper, always difficult for goalkeepers because, you know, Brennan Whalen, who we'll see later on, he's the number one. Ethan's had to wait his turn.
Yeah.
Lovely boy, really works hard in training. Graham Chappell, one of the captains there, walking out, and behind him, one of the arguably the most skillful players, Sebastian Estrada, a wonderful player. You'll see great skill from him. And there's someone you know from basketball. That's Leaf.
Yeah, Leaf's a funny guy. I know that.
He's just going to come into shot. Here he is. There he is. Leaf has actually scored 4 goals this season. Popular guy. Does well for JV and playing for the varsity tonight as well on senior night. And behind him is Parker Harrigill, a very good striker. And Braden Hudgins, who's the tricky-feeted central midfielder.
Yeah, with the games I watched last year, he has very good footwork. Like, I can't even keep up, and I'm watching on camera, so.
Haley Isler, who's one of the managers. Cade Livesay, wearing 45. He'll feature tonight. Behind him, there's Cade just coming out there. And here's Drew Minden, a big Manchester United fan. Cara Grace Morano, she is another manager. There she is, Cara Grace. And behind Cara Grace, we'll see who's next. Here is Conor Montross. Now, Conor's a wonderful lad. He never complains when he's on the subs bench. This season, he's been one of the back 3 and has been one of the first names on the paper. Michael Pinn, another basketball player who scored a famous goal on Tuesday night against Casher Hall, the 10th goal in the 10-0 win. Austin Rogers, you got Player of the Week for the Tulsa World last week, one of the captains, a very skillful player, scores a lot of goals. And talking of a skillful player who scores great goals, there is Oscar Sanchez.
Yeah, Oscar's one of my close friends. He's a good guy. I mean, like, he's so nice to be around. If you need anything, Oscar's that one to go to.
And there is Dylan Struble, who is a great lad. He's actually changed into his kit, so he'll get a run tonight. Ethan Udrisky, another basketball player, great soccer player as well with his parents there. And there is the goalkeeper, Brennan Whalen. Brennan Whalen, who touched the ball twice against Casher Hall. One of them was a fantastic save to keep the score at 1-0. And there's Coach Barkley in the red hat, the senior coach here with Jack Barkley and Jack's mum Donna there. And now we come to some of the track people. So soccer's done.
Yeah, I think that's Henry. I'm not sure. He's a senior. I know that he was from California. He is a transfer.
Henry, followed by the high jumper. That's
Andrew Black.
Andrew Black. All practices behind the goal. So track wins over Sadie Booz. Now you know Sadie from softball.
I love Sadie. Yeah, she's such a strong athlete in track. I mean, she's amazing. She's broken so many school records, and she's going to Wichita State for track. And since freshman year, she's told me that she's wanted to go for track, and she completed her dreams. So.
Tess Crosley, another great middle distance runner, but also part of the successful state-winning girls cross-country team, back-to-back now.
There's Ellie Davey. It's a senior.
There she is, Ellie, one of the throwers for the track team, and there's Montrell Cozart.
He's escorting, I think, Dalen Harris. Yeah,
Dalen. That's right. Dalen's out there. Track team have had a very successful day today, winning both of their competitions. So the girls soccer players have been through, the boys soccer players have been through. There's a lot of spring sports senior athletes. This is track being celebrated now. See if we can pick up somebody else in the track. Just trying to see, is that Ava Moon going through there?
Yeah, with Stephen Collins, I know. Yeah, they just got in the frame. That's Ava Moon, escorted by Stephen Collins tonight. Is that Jack Stieferman, I think?
Coach Fraley over there does such a great job with the track team.
Well, that's Jack Stieferman walking across the field now.
Jack Stieferman, yeah, and followed by Ariel Sutton. Ariel's a hurdler, works hard again. Track work hard. And there's Mark Glover, one of our janitors here and maintenance crew, and he she gets a hug, his daughter, from Coach Tokarczyk, because she's been one of the managers for girls soccer.
There's Morgan Oliver following behind her.
Morgan talking of she does a great job as one of our trainers for the boys soccer.
Yeah.
And now we turn to tennis. And this is Ben Freet coming through. Ben, who I taught in the geometry classroom, followed by Mr. Gowie, Matt Gowie. They've got a good tennis team, and here's Dominic, who's arguably the #1 tennis player in the school. So Coach Tyler Bell, who does a great job with the boys tennis, they're being celebrated tonight. No girls tennis tonight, but a wonderful night, and you can just look across at the whole stadium and you can see a whole host of students who've been celebrated tonight. Brooke, it's a great night, and obviously this will be you next year.
Yeah, just thinking about it next year kind of makes me sad, but I know that those seniors out there are happy to see all the supporting fans and seeing everything, seeing everybody supporting them for their senior night.
Well, we are getting ready now. The cones are being put out for the boys to do their warm-up. We've already seen the girls win by 10-0. Just to look back on that, Brooke, before I let you go, it was a wonderful night for the seniors. 5 goals in each half. It doesn't really get any better than that, really, does it?
No, I mean, like we said in the girls' game, when they went into halftime, they looked like they were just not starting their game and how much they wanted to compete. And when they came out for the second half, they definitely competed a lot more than they did in the first half.
They certainly did. That's Brooke Niver there, as you can see, has been my colour commentator today. Brooke is going to be back, as you said. Who are we going to be with for that baseball?
Brian Begnell, the retired baseball coach.
And that is on Easter Monday, so we thank you for coming out on your vacation to do that. That'll be around about 4 p.m. BKTV cameras will go just behind us, actually. The baseball field is just the other side of the field house. I hope you've enjoyed this production. What we'll do is we'll sign off now, but please tune back in for the boys' soccer game, where, of course, it is still the Durant Lions who are in town, to see whether the boys can go one further in district. And we will see. Brooke, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely have. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and you'll see and hear Brooke for that baseball game on Easter Monday, where they celebrate baseball senior night. Thanks very much for your company here. Don't forget to tune back in for the link to the boys game. But this is Coach Saunders and Brooke Niver for the last time, saying the final score for the girls soccer game was the Comets 10, the Durant Lions 0. And you're watching BKTV.live.